Good morning, good afternoon and good evening all around the world. Welcome to Fanboy News. It's only the beginning of 2024 and already there's been some disturbing incidences regarding console fanboys. Now, from every corner of the console market there's always been fanboys, but recently fanboys have been the worst they've been in recent years. This has been a trend on YouTube and on Twitter for a long time, even Reddit, but now it's heading on towards TikTok. TikTok is a platform for the feeble mind and it should not be used by anyone, unless you want your brains to turn into mush. Now let's see what happened on TikTok recently.
Great story, mate. That's a great story, but that does not defeat the object if you use my Wi-Fi. So hold a minute, do you want to use my Wi-Fi?
Yes.
Well, you can't. Why? Because I paid for it and it's mine. That's like me saying, like, can I use your Xbox?
It's not an Xbox. This is not an Xbox controller.
Alright.
It's a PlayStation 5. There is a difference. There has been a console war, my friend.
Alright, Xbox, GameCube, I don't care, mate.
This is not even the same console. That's not even a Sony. You didn't even mention a Sony console.
Nintendo Wii, I don't know, Game Boy.
That was 5 generations ago. You are testing my patience. No, call me Xbox one more time and I swear to the gods, this controller ain't gonna be the only thing broken.
Alright, mate.
Go on, test me. Test me.
Come on. What is it, an LG cookie?
You have 5 seconds to run.
Now let's see what happened on TikTok recently. Now, we're following Fanboy News for a long time. This is nothing new. This is just a typical pony on their daily routine. This is definitely what you would expect to see from a pony. Now, sticking to PlayStation fanboys, which is nothing unusual at all because they are all over the internet crying about consoles all the time. Reforged Gaming decided to make a members only stream and someone captured the clip. One of his own fans, by the way, where Reforged Gaming states he only wants to talk to people that want to pay him money.
Are we trying to foster a community or a members-only community? I have zero desire to interact with the public or allow the public into my Discord. Fuck them. That's my attitude. Like, if they're watching my channel enough to want to be in my Discord, they have a membership. Guaranteed. Everybody else can piss off, because I know who everybody else is.
And almost every single Discord I'm in is seeing more success than we are on the Discord front.
So just rename the help room. I mean, I guess you could just rename that room General Chat and be like, hey, this is a general chat room for you to get assistance in becoming a member here. I have absolutely zero interest in interacting with people who are not a member on the YouTube channel. You're worried about people that don't matter. They don't matter. If they're not a member on YouTube, they don't matter. They don't.
We have to stop saying that.
Why? We've mushroomed.
Because they're potential members. They matter.
Now, in all fairness, with this mindset, I don't know how he has a following at all. Reforged Gaming's fan base must be very loyal to him, especially that he keeps on begging for memberships every stream I see. The amount of e-begging Reforged Gaming does puts DSP to shame at this point. But never mind, this is your typical PlayStation fanboy at their finest. And in other news, the PC specs for Helldivers 2 has surfaced on Twitter, or formerly known as Twitter but now is X. The PC specs don't seem too bad considering what's been out recently and games demanding an unbelievable amount of horsepower just to run the simplest of games. But for Helldivers 2, it's not the worst I've seen. Could be a little bit better probably. But then, in the comments section of this post, the PlayStation fanboys are out there crying as usual that PC players get to play their beloved Sony titles day and date on their preferred platform. This is a mindset only known by idiots and people who probably dropped out of school at an early age. Now, in those comments we have people that don't want to share a space with PC players and they want to turn off crossplay, for the reason being there might be cheaters on the platform. Well, from this newsreader, there's news towards you PlayStation fanboys. It makes no difference in a game that's just a co-op game and not a PvP game. It's just a co-op shooter that you can play with your friends online and join in the fun. Me personally, am I going to join in the fun? I'm going to check out what the game's like first, then I might jump in depending on what the price is like. At the moment it doesn't look so bad, but it's definitely not a day one purchase from me. I'm going to wait to hear some feedback from other reporters that are willing to put money down for the game day one. And the PlayStation fanboys are also mad that they have to have PlayStation Plus to be able to play this game with their friends online. They have been told for years that paying to play online is a scam, something that PlayStation does to rip all the money they can out of your wallets. Is it not enough they have to pay for the box itself? They have to pay your ISP to be able to connect to the internet. And furthermore, PlayStation asks you for more money just so you can play their games online with your friends. The best thing for you to do, ponies, is to stop paying them. Maybe join PC. Actually no, that's not a very good idea, because you'll bring your silly practices over here. But if you all closed off your wallets towards PlayStation and didn't pay for PlayStation Plus, maybe then Sony will get the picture and you will all be sending a message towards Sony themselves saying no, we do not want to pay just to play our games online with our friends. It's a disgusting practice that I hope never surfaces on the PC, and Xbox is also guilty of this, so is Nintendo. And there have been defenders of it in the past. No idea why you would defend it. All I hear is people saying they don't want to play with cheaters on PC. Not everybody cheats on PC. There's a very small minority of people, probably a 0.1% of PC players altogether. Also, fanboys are in the delusion of that PC gamers will have to buy the specs to get the game to work correctly, and that we'll be doing maintenance for 2 hours just to get the game running. Are we back in the 1990s, where it was Windows 98, Windows XP, where things were hard work on a PC? But now, these days, all you have to do is download that bitch and press play. Once the play button turns green on Steam, we press play and the PC does everything for you. If you want, you can go and tinker into the settings if you want to, like I prefer doing, but it doesn't take me 2 hours. It takes literally a minute for me to get my preferred settings and get the game running correctly. I normally like to match the frame rate of my monitor, which is 165 FPS. If I can't do that, well, anything over 100 FPS is a bonus, considering my PC could probably handle it no problem. And also we have fanboys that think that PC gamers will be lucky if the game even runs on their PC. But if the game is bad, that they have options also. What options do you actually mean here, my boy? I think he means other games. Have you ever looked on Steam? Have you ever looked on the Epic Games Store? And all the other storefronts on the PC market? We have a lot more games to choose from than just that one single $500 box that you praise. And finally we have news on Starfield. Starfield is a game that has been out for months now, and the PlayStation fanboys talk about it more than Xbox fanboys do altogether. Strangely enough, I thought we were going to talk about other fanboys in this news segment, but it's going to be drawn out way too long. PlayStation fanboys like to take the spotlight way too often. With Starfield being out now for a few months, it's been available on Xbox storefronts, it's also been available on Xbox Game Pass, PC Game Pass, Microsoft Store on the PC, and Steam. And with that, the PlayStation fanboys like to note that it didn't make as much money on Steam as Baldur's Gate 3. Baldur's Gate 3 did extremely well on Steam. Obviously it was there first and in early access for 3 years before it actually had its full release. So Baldur's Gate 3 has had a massive head start over Starfield. Then, second of all, they had Hogwarts Legacy pulling in $341 million, which is great, and it's funny that it never got mentioned in the Game Awards at all. And then Starfield pulls in $235 million, which is absolutely fantastic considering the game was available through PC Game Pass and Xbox Game Pass as well. So I'm guessing also Game Pass numbers might have shot up, but there's no statistics to prove so. But PlayStation fanboys can't stop talking about Starfield, and it seems they have been port begging for this game for a long time. They also think Starfield would have done better numbers if it came on PlayStation, and honestly I probably don't doubt it. The more people that are able to access a game, the more money the game is potentially able to do. Also, Hi-Fi Rush has been a massive topic of conversation towards the PlayStation fanboys. They have also been port begging for that one by the sounds of it. Xbox has been showing up in Twitter mentioning Hi-Fi Rush a lot, that it may be coming to the Nintendo Switch, and ponies think it's going to come to the PlayStation also. Maybe this is a possibility, I'm not too sure, but only time will tell. It seems like the perfect game to go on the Nintendo Switch, and it'll be great if they did a deal with Nintendo and possibly get some of their games over to the Xbox Store. Now that'll do it for the news this month, and I will be back soon with the fanboy news as soon as I get another collection of hilarious comments over on X or on YouTube. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Be sure to like, subscribe, and I will see you all soon.
I'm going to be first in line to absolutely suck those Microsoft toes.